Is the multiverse real? Could your soul be living in multiple dimensions? Have you ever walked into a room and felt like you've been there before, even though you know you haven't? Or met someone for the very first time, but it felt like reconnecting with an old friend? What about those dreams? So vivid, so real, they stayed with you. Like a memory from a life that wasn't this one. Maybe it wasn't just your imagination. Modern science calls it the multiverse, the idea that many versions of you exist, each living a different life. But long before physics, Buddhism asked a similar question. Who are you, really? Are you just this name? This body? This one life? The Buddha taught that what we call self is not something solid. It's always changing. And that clinging to it causes suffering. So maybe what you're feeling in those moments is not confusion. Maybe it's a glimpse into the bigger truth. That you are more than just this version of you. And today, we're going to explore how science and ancient wisdom might be saying the same thing, just in different ways. 1. Every choice creates a new you. Back in 1957, physicist Hugh Everett introduced a bold idea in quantum physics. He called it the many worlds interpretation. It suggests that every time a choice is made, the universe splits. In one version, you said yes. In another, you said no. One version of you stayed. Another walked away. Every possibility plays out somewhere. So right now, there could be millions of versions of you. Each living a life based on every choice you've made, and every choice you didn't. You are not just one fixed story. You are a web of paths. And all of them matter. In Buddhism, this isn't far off. It's like the teaching of karma, every action creates a ripple. Nothing disappears. Every thought, every choice has a result. You are not just this life, you are the result of many causes. And you are also planting seeds for what comes next. 2. Ancient wisdom and modern physics. Here's the fascinating part. Long before scientists spoke of infinite timelines, ancient traditions already explored similar truths. In Buddhism, there's a teaching called anatta, no fixed self. It means who you are is always changing. You're not a single, unchanging soul, but a constantly evolving process. Hinduism speaks of Atman, a higher self that takes many forms over time and space. These spiritual teachings suggest the same thing science now explores. That we are not isolated beings, but part of something vast, fluid, and deeply connected. Buddha didn't need quantum theory to explain this. He pointed to the mind, the breath, and the present moment and showed that even they do not stay the same for more than a second. Let's try something together. Close your eyes for a moment, and imagine this. You walk through a door. On the other side is a different version of your life. One where you made a different choice. Maybe you stayed when you once left. Maybe you spoke when you once stayed silent. Now, picture that version of yourself. How do they live? What do they feel? Who have they become? Now ask yourself. What do they know that you don't? And what would it feel like to bring just a little of that back with you into this life? 3. The end of regret. Think about a choice you regret. A moment that still feels heavy. Now imagine that somewhere, in another reality, you made a different choice and you're living the result of it. That version of you exists. You can't trade places. But you can let go of the regret. Because in the multiverse, and in Buddhist thought, no action is ever wasted. In Buddhism, the past doesn't bind you. Karma isn't fate, it's just cause and effect. If you make peace with what is, you stop suffering from what isn't. You don't need to rewrite the past to find peace. You just need to meet this moment fully. 4. Love, soulmates, and forgiveness across space. Have you ever met someone, and felt instantly connected, as if your hearts already knew each other? Maybe they were part of your journey in another life. Or maybe, in another universe, you never let them go. In Buddhism, love is more than emotion. It's compassion, karuna, a force that connects all beings. And when you forgive someone, maybe you're not just healing yourself here. Maybe you're healing many versions of yourself, somewhere else. Maybe love doesn't just travel across time. Maybe it travels across dimensions. 5. Everything is connected. One of the deepest teachings of the Buddha is dependent origination. When this is, that is. When this ceases, that ceases. Everything exists in relationship. Nothing arises by itself. When you choose kindness, it doesn't just affect this moment. It sends ripples through the people around you. Through time. Maybe even through realities. You don't have to understand it all. But sometimes, you can feel it. There's a Zen saying, you can't step into the same river twice. Because both you and the river are always changing. But what if you could step into every version of that river? In one, you hold on to anger. In another, you let it go. In one, the water carries you somewhere familiar. In another, somewhere brand new. And yet, they're all you. Still flowing. Still learning. Still becoming. 6. You are more than you think. You are not just your job. Or your body. Or your name. You are a meeting point of countless paths, moments, choices. You are possibility in motion. So live this life fully. Let go of the what ifs. And be present in the what is. This moment is not an accident. It is where you are meant to be. Somewhere out there, a version of you is already healed. Another is still learning. Another is just beginning. You are not broken. You are unfolding. And the more compassion you give, right here, right now the more peace you bring to all the versions of you. So the next time you doubt yourself, remember, you are not alone. You are infinite. If this message touched something in you, don't keep it to yourself. Like this video. Share your thoughts in the comments. Subscribe to Destiny Lies in Your Hands where Buddhist wisdom and modern understanding come together. In the next video, we'll explore how ancient meditation practices can help you reconnect with yourself, your peace, and maybe even another version of you. Because in this wide, mysterious multiverse, you've only just begun. We'll see you somewhere in another dimension.